All I can say is wow. Engulfing days all around, and credit where it's due. The Bulls stepped in again. I do not know what is going on with the Bears here. Every opportunity in the world to break us down, and they're not doing it. So we've got to read the room that we're in. That's day by day, guys. And I don't want to make today too long. I did promise I would back off of the tone from yesterday. I was a little amped up, right? I thought we were finally going to be breaking down and get some trending follow through price action, and just kidding, why have that sort of fun? Look, guys, I just don't have a whole lot to say today besides great move, SPY, Qs, RSP, IWM, really nice day yesterday, but we have to keep in mind what I mentioned about the threat of any pops still putting in a lower high, and that is still a threat, at least up to the 687 area, maybe 689, somewhere in this range, I would say would be the zone where the Bears need to keep it below, okay, to keep that daily downtrend, which we have entered, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Let's see. Okay, do we do a lower high and roll again here, which would just maybe continue the frustration, right? I think people are frustrated maybe with the market both ways here because look, we're right back almost midpoint of the balance. So let's just see here. Big engulfer days here. That looks like the Qs. The Qs looks a little bit stronger. Here's our swing high here in the Qs that we're looking to test here in pre-market. I obviously care a little bit more about where today's candle closes most specifically, but hey, look, we'll see. We have to keep an open mind here as the market is just still kind of bucking us all around and not having directional clarity, right? Let alone follow through. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot more to say than keep an eye on those levels here today. The other thing I would say is if there's anything that's I'm not convinced just yet. I'm not biased either way. I remain neutral. Why wouldn't I be? This is where the price is. This is a balance. I remain neutral, and I am somewhere around 90% cash, a little bit more than 90% cash, right? So I'm not forcing it yet, and I still encourage you to do the same, right? Even if we're going to change character here, that doesn't happen today either, right? So we need to get up over this stuff. We need to pull back, make a higher low, and then get back up through it, okay? So guys, I dropped a video in chat earlier with some thoughts and maybe a little bit more on what I'm talking about here. I don't see a need to make the YouTube video too long, but I do have some names in there that look attractive. There are some things in the market that do look quite attractive. I'm not convinced to start putting on new money longs just yet. I'm just not there, guys. I need a change in character that confirms, okay, maybe back up through a move like that after we pull back. If any of this stuff happens, if we make a higher high on the day-to-day count, pull back, higher low, and then push back through the area, maybe I'll initiate some risk. We'll see if that happens again. I'm just not so convinced. A lot of lip service. Don't come at me with politics, okay? But I'm going to address what's happening here and some of my thoughts, because that's all we can do is think and try to connect dots. But really all it is speculation. And just remember that the price is going to tell you the truth. Be looking at oil, be looking at the major indexes for any clues of how the market really feels that things are going over there in the Middle East. But just some of my thoughts is that maybe I'm feeling, as I said, I'm not ready to trust that we're done seeing downside of price action. I'm not bearish. We're just currently in a downtrend. We still are, despite how productive or positive yesterday was, if you will. The talk coming out, Trump getting on there yesterday talking about maybe we're almost done or maybe it's a week. And there's a few thoughts that I have here. One is I don't believe that the operation is done. I don't believe that situation there is anywhere near complete. And I don't know. Let me be upfront and very clear about that. I don't. How could I? How could I possibly know? Okay. But I don't think, right, if it's just me trying to use intuition or whatever, one of my reasons, okay, why? Look, man, the new leader that they just put in is the son of the older. They're saying he's more extreme. If the reason why we went out there was, Also, we killed his father, mother, wife, and son. He's not done. Like, you just like, I'm a fucking grown ass man. Like, come on, dude. You killed everyone that was probably important to this man, and he's just gonna say, okay, we're good here. Like, I don't think the situation's over. That's just me thinking. Okay, and then the other thing of why it's maybe a little bit frustrating to, like, you can't trade the news right now. Okay, I think it's all bullshit. Again, I don't know, but like, why do I think that? Very simple. OPSEC. How could the president possibly come out and tell the world our war plans, right? So like, him coming and saying this and that on these different interviews and the media sets, and like, I think it's noise. I think it's lip service. I think it's noise. I don't think we're being told the real plan. Why would we, is the way I look at it. Like, well, OPSEC, operational security, like, why would they tell us what's really happening or about to happen? I just wonder that. I don't know. Okay, maybe everything he's saying is true. Well, even if that's the case, a lot of contradictory statements, okay? So it's hard to know what the hell is going on. So just trust the charts. That's all I want to say. And a couple things there, like my gut's telling me that this situation isn't over. I have no idea where it goes from here. But I'm not buying that story that the new supreme leader, the son of the prior, you killed his entire family, and it's just, all right, we're good here. Come on. I'm not buying that. So that's, where I'll remain from a headline perspective, like possible headline perspective, cautious. I'll remain cautious, but really the core is the fact that we're right here in the middle of the balance. Okay, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do with this? We don't have directional clarity. I am a trend continuation, follow through trader. We are not living in that world yet, but it will come. So I will remain patient. I will keep cash as a position ready to deploy when we enter that environment. I encourage you to do the same. Do not overtrade this chop, okay? It is a stock pickers day by day environment. If you want to day trade, do you, boo-boo. But it's not me. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to stick to my plan. And when we re-enter that environment, I'm going to print money. I hope you do the same. Guys, stay safe, manage your risk. Let's see what we get here today. Watching those recent swing highs, and that's going to be very telling how we react around those level. I think the day's close price is what matters most. All right, guys, I will see you soon.